Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're looking into something truly fascinating, drawn directly from Thomas Alethia's book, 12 Steps to a Good Life. Look, in our hyper-connected, fast-paced world, stress kind of feels unavoidable, right? We're literally bombarded with notifications, responsibilities, the whole shebang. But what if you actually had a built-in, self-directed tool to fight back against all that overwhelming noise and just instantly reset your nervous system? Well, that's exactly what we're going to uncover today as we dive into autogenic training.
Okay, let's dive into this. Can you actually think yourself into a state of physical calm? We've all been there. Life gets crazy, your chest tightens up, your mind is racing a mile a minute, and then someone super helpfully tells you to just relax. Yeah, right. As we know, it is incredibly hard to simply force yourself to relax when your brain is practically on fire. You can't just command your body to let its guard down. But as the source material reveals, it absolutely is possible to achieve that physical calm. You just need the right biological cues to kind of sneak past that mental resistance.
To really get how this works, we need to take a quick look under the hood at your nervous system. First up is the sympathetic nervous system. Think of this as your fight, flight, or freeze mode. When we linger on fear or worry, our body basically gets trapped in this sympathetic stress mode. It's pumping out stress hormones, bracing for an attack that, well, isn't actually happening. On the flip side of that coin, we have the parasympathetic nervous system. That's your rest, restore, and calm mode. According to the text, the whole goal here is to find a reliable, intentional way to flip the neurological switch from that high-alert sympathetic state right over to that chilled-out parasympathetic state.
Discovering autogenic training. You see, you don't actually have to wait around for relaxation to just magically strike you out of nowhere. Science gives us a highly structured answer for intentionally flipping this exact switch. So, autogenic training is a self-directed relaxation technique. It was developed way back in the early 1900s by a German psychiatrist named Johannes Heinrich Schultz. Dr. Schultz was studying people who were in these really deep states of hypnosis, and he noticed a consistent pattern. While hypnotized, these folks experienced very specific physical sensations. Their limbs felt heavy, their bodies got warm, and their breathing naturally slowed down. And then he had this massive realization. Wait, we don't need a hypnotist to do this for us. We can actually train our own bodies to respond this exact same way on purpose, using something he called passive awareness. And this brilliantly illustrates the core philosophy behind the entire method. You are giving your brain and body a suggestion, not a command. You really don't need any fancy equipment to pull this off. You don't need to adopt any esoteric beliefs either. This is just pure, simple biology at work. Honestly, this method appeals deeply to skeptics because you're never fighting yourself or aggressively demanding that your body chill out. You are merely offering it these gentle, specific cues and then just letting your body's natural physiology follow along. The 6 phrases. So how do we actually put this into action? Well, you can do this sitting in your favorite chair, lying down in bed, or reclining comfortably. We are going to walk through each of these 6 phrases nice and slow. I invite you to just imagine yourself settling in right now, getting nice and comfortable as we explore each step together. The very first phrase you're going to silently repeat to yourself is, "My arms and legs are heavy." Even just hearing those words slowed down like that, you might feel a tiny shift already. This first phrase acts as a direct signal to your body to let go of all that built-up muscle tension. It's meant to recreate that absolutely wonderful feeling of sinking deeply into your mattress at the end of a super long, exhausting day. Okay, moving on. The second phrase you silently repeat is, "My arms and legs are warm." Now, warmth is actually the natural biological follow-up to heaviness. By silently suggesting this feeling of warmth to your limbs, you're encouraging your blood vessels to dilate. This physically opens up your circulation, drawing the blood flow outward to your extremities, which profoundly deepens that overall state of physical relaxation. For the third phrase, we bring our focus inward. My heartbeat is calm and regular. Notice what we're doing here. You aren't trying to forcefully change the rhythm of your heart. You're simply bringing a gentle, passive awareness directly to it. Just acknowledging your heart in this calm way actually encourages your cardiovascular system to naturally settle down into a nice, steady, comforting, resting rhythm. The fourth phrase shifts focus to your breath. My breathing is calm and regular. Now, here is a really, really important instruction from our source text. Do not try to actively control your breathing here. Seriously, scratch the urge to do any deep breathing exercises or count seconds on an inhale. You are literally just observing the breath. You're affirming its natural, effortless flow and basically just letting your body breathe you. Phrase number 5 targets the very core of your body. My solar plexus is warm.
So your solar plexus is located right there in your abdomen, and it is a massive nerve center. By focusing your mind on creating a sensation of warmth right there in your belly, you promote this deep, visceral sense of ease and grounding. It is amazing for directly counteracting that anxious, fluttering butterflies in the stomach feeling. And finally, the last phrase in the sequence, my forehead is cool. So the crucial point is that while you've instructed the rest of your body to feel all comfortably heavy and warm, you want a cool forehead. Think of it like a cool, refreshing breeze on your forehead. It relieves tension and physically draws heat and pressure away from your overactive brain, ushering in this beautiful state of crisp mental clarity and peacefulness. Let's quickly recap that entire logical sequence we just went through. 1. Heaviness. 2. Warmth. 3. Heartbeat. 4. Breathing. 5. Abdomen. And 6. Forehead. The text advises that you silently repeat each phrase 3 to 6 times at a slow, really steady pace. And remember, passive awareness is the name of the game here. If you find that a particular phrase just doesn't resonate with you, or maybe it distracts you, simply skip it. No big deal. Move on to the next one. You can always come back to it later. Building your daily practice. Knowing these phrases is fantastic, obviously, but let's move to and see how this builds, because seamlessly weaving this structured technique into your daily life is where the real lasting transformation actually happens. 5. Literally, that is all it takes to get started. 5 minutes. This practice is just so incredibly accessible. You only need 5 quiet minutes to start clearing your mental slate. As you get more comfortable playing around with the 6 phrases, you can slowly build your practice up to maybe 10 minutes. But the barrier to entry, it is wonderfully, wonderfully low. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer volume of researched benefits tied to this simple practice. As the source text highlights, consistently training your body to trigger physical calmness yields absolutely massive results. It reduces anxiety, it improves insomnia, it lowers high blood pressure, and it can even help manage chronic pain. This is not just some cute mental trick, folks. It is a scientifically backed reset button for your entire physiology. And over time, something truly magical happens. As the source material beautifully puts it, it's like it is following an old, familiar path back to peace. Because with consistent practice, your body actually builds up a kind of relaxation muscle memory. Eventually, your nervous system is going to start responding automatically. It'll drop into a state of calm the very second you begin that first phrase. Which leaves us with one final empowering question. Where will you use your new tool today? Think about it. You now possess a proven, self-directed method to flip the switch from stressed out to perfectly calm, using literally nothing but your own mind. Are you going to use it at your desk before that really stressful meeting? Maybe while you're lying in bed tonight trying to catch some sleep? Take this knowledge, apply it to your life right now, and just see the results for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, keep learning.